Good morning. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here today at Rocky Mount High School. This is a great day for Rocky Mount, Nash County, Edgecombe County. I grew up right next door in Edgecombe County, so I'm delighted to be back here with you guys today, and certainly for Brightspeed. Special thank you to all the elected officials that have joined us here today. I know I've seen Representative Chesser and Senator Barnes right here. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for what you do for this county and the citizens of the state of North Carolina. My name is Steve Brewer. I'm Director of Governmental Affairs for Brightspeed and a proud Brightspeed team member. And I'm so excited to be part of a company that's committed to bringing fast, reliable fiber internet to the state of North Carolina. Our plans currently have us delivering over 800,000 fiber passings in the state of North Carolina alone. So North Carolina is my home, and I am genuinely proud to be part of the Brightspeed team. I'd now like to introduce you to our CEO, Tom McGuire, to share more about Brightspeed and our presence in Rocky Mount.
Thank you, Steve. I'm very excited to be here. This is a very big week for Brightspeed. Some of you may have seen that we secured an additional $3.7 billion in financing yesterday. So it was kind of tough to upstage that particular announcement, but here we are today, and I think today is a monumental day. I'm like a typical New Yorker these days. I am in North Carolina quite frequently. My daughter relocated to here a number of years ago and works over at UNC. So this is a great state. I'm very happy to be here. We like the state so much, we actually put our headquarters in the Charlotte area, even though we don't serve Charlotte, but the airport was pretty convenient. So I am thrilled to be here today. I understand that we have about 30,000 households that are enabled with fiber. Interestingly, that's about a third of our monthly target as of late. We're passing about 90,000 homes each month with a goal towards delivering the 800,000 that Steve spoke about. That 90,000 is across our entire footprint. It's a very exciting time. I think fiber is a great technology. It'll enable customers to do things that up until this point they couldn't do before. So everything from telehealth, which I think is super critical these days, to furthering their education, to looking for additional employment opportunities, or to sit around the living room staring at stupid videos all day. So I'm glad that we're able to enable people to accomplish what they want to accomplish, and I look forward to growing the business in North Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, and you're absolutely right. That's why we're here celebrating today the fiber that we have been able to bring to Nash and Edgecombe County. They're going to have blazing fast, state-of-the-art fiber internet available to them now. The Upper Coastal Plains Council of Government recently identified Nash County as 42nd out of North Carolina's 100 counties for broadband access, highlighting this community's great need for resources to fully engage in our highly connected society. At Brightspeed, we believe everyone deserves access to the best internet service available, no matter where they call home. Put simply, the internet equals opportunity for households and businesses alike. It is what will help families and businesses in Rocky Mount, Nash, and Edgecombe counties and beyond learn, work, play, and thrive. Never was digital inequity more visible than when our students were forced to take their classes remotely during the pandemic. We now know how critical high-speed infrastructure is to learning. That's why we're here in Rocky Mount High School as teachers prepare for the upcoming school year. We wanted to introduce a new program launching soon that will provide discounts to new Brightspeed fiber internet customers who are students and teachers. We want to remove all roadblocks to connectivity. To celebrate the introduction of this program, we have our Brightspeed Day Brightener truck here. We are showing our appreciation with flowers to the teachers of this school. Our fiber network build in Rocky Mount became a reality thanks to the leaders and partners throughout the community, like U.S. Congressman Don Davis and Governor Roy Cooper, who have joined us here today to offer their support. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to serve this community. So, it is my pleasure to get to introduce the governor of the great state of North Carolina. Governor Cooper has long championed achieving digital equity in North Carolina. His plan invests nearly $1 billion in federal ARPA rescue funds toward infrastructure access and digital literacy to close this digital gap. Born right next door in Nashville, North Carolina, here in Nash County, Governor Cooper's main pillar in his digital equity plan is building crucial infrastructure in unserved areas like his hometown and communities like Rocky Mount. Brightspeed is proud to be a partner in that initiative. Please join me in welcoming Governor Cooper.
Well, thank you, Steve, and thank you, Tom. It's great to be home. Tom, you have definitely upgraded moving from New York to North Carolina, let me just say, for sure. I did grow up in Nashville, graduated from law school, came back and practiced law in Rocky Mount for 18 years, raised my family here. I was riding by Winston Avenue Elementary School where Natalie and Clara went to school. My oldest daughter, Hillary, graduated from Rocky Mount Senior High as a Northern Nash night grad. That was a little hard, but we all got together. My mom was a teacher both at Northern Nash and at Southern Nash. Public education runs deep in the veins of the Cooper family, and I'm grateful to be here today. Glad to be here with Senator Barnes and Representative Cheshire. Congressman Davis, thank you for all of the help that you've done to help provide this federal funding here. And always grateful for our local officials. I know that we have Gwen Wilkins and Robbie Davis here, who serve on the county commissioners. Mayor Strickland from Bailey just said hello to me. And do we have members of our school board here? I know we've got Dr. Washington. Can you guys just stand up and let's give our school board members a hand. You guys have the hardest job in government right now, and I say that everywhere I go, and I'm deeply grateful for the work that you guys are doing. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You know, they are also today going to honor communities and schools. And when I started practicing law in Rocky Mount, we started cities and schools, and I was on the first advisory board for cities and schools. I saw the great work that was done bringing in the community into our public schools, and so I'm grateful for that. And I see Angela Bryant, former state senator, back there in the back, was very much involved in that too. Standing here in a public school, I want to say to you what great work our public schools are doing across North Carolina. 82.5% of our students still go to public school. We have more nationally board certified teachers than any other state in the country. We're adapting to new job markets. In fact, we issued 350,000 workforce credentials just last year. And if you go into public schools like I do, seems like almost every week, you see the hard work that is going on. And I'm going to say here today, we must do better investing in our public schools. We must pay our teachers more. We must pay a greater percent of our gross domestic product into education because it is the opportunity here for everyone, and it also provides our workforce for the future. You know, we understood, like you said, during COVID particularly, it threw us 10 years ahead of time, but we understood the importance of connecting our state to high-speed internet a while back. And I'm proud to say it was a bipartisan effort. We used state money to begin the GREAT Grant program. Nate Denny is in the backpack there with our Department of Information Technology. He's recognized as probably the leading advocate in the country, the best in the country at doing this. We were doing this with tens of millions of state dollars, and we were making some incremental progress with this idea of bringing in public-private partnerships to get high-speed internet to homes and businesses across North Carolina. But then we had the American Rescue Plan, the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act from the Biden-Harris administration. We have turned the tens of millions of dollars into billions of dollars, where we are actually going to be able to connect every single home and business in North Carolina to high-speed internet. And that is an exciting thing. We've had partners like Brightspeed who have stepped up and done the things that we need to do. But they will tell you too, and they're recognizing it here today, getting the fiber connected, getting the homes connected and the businesses connected is important. But that's not all of it. We've got to make sure that people can know how to use it and afford to subscribe. And that is what part of this is about today. It is why I set up the first in the nation Office of Digital Equity and Literacy. And let me tell you, we have places across our state where people can come in and get training and get a refurbished device by volunteers that help put it together. We sign people up for the Affordable Connectivity Program, which is fading out now, unfortunately, from the federal government. We are encouraging our internet service providers to continue this discount, and we're seeing another type of discount today to help people afford to use it. And I'll never forget being in Durham and watching a granddaughter and a grandmother walk out of the center, each holding refurbished devices, having received training on internet and being signed up for the Affordable Connectivity Program so that they could afford to connect. And when you think about it, education, healthcare, particularly mental health, being able to have businesses get access to global markets, being able to find jobs. High-speed internet is now a necessity. It's like electricity. I mean, we've got to make sure that everybody is connected, and we're doing that today. So I'm excited to be in this great high school. Northern Nash is also great, maybe a little great. But being here today with the people in my home area who understand the importance of public schools, who understand the importance of working together to solve problems and challenges. And I'm deeply grateful to be here and a part of this, and look forward to the days ahead, because we got a lot more work to do. And thank you, guys.
Governor, you stole a little bit of my thunder there. I wanted to recognize your North Carolina Department of Information Technology. Brightspeed does business across 20 states in the United States, and NCDIT is the cream of the crop, hands down, cream of the crop. Leadership with individuals like Nate Denny and Secretary Weaver, they truly are the very best. They're problem solvers, and we as citizens of the state of North Carolina should all be extraordinarily proud of their work. So now I would like to introduce you to a leader who is focused on bringing the best to the citizens of this great district, U.S. Congressman Don Davis. A lifelong North Carolinian, Don has served his community and country as an officer in the U.S. Air Force, an educator at East Carolina University, a minister at his hometown church, and a dedicated public servant. Don fights daily in Washington to expand access to early childhood education and to ensure that our rural communities have the educational resources residents need for a better life and future. Elected to the North Carolina Senate in 2008 and to Congress in 2022, please welcome U.S. Congressman Don Davis.
Well, hello, everyone. How are you today? It's an exciting day, great times. Now, Governor, I heard you talking about Northern Nash and being here today. Sounds like you still got a good game in you, too, don't you? Huh? I heard a little bit about your basketball skills. A little bit slower now. But everyone, it's so much of a pleasure and a delight to be with you today. And I see so many friends and colleagues here, Robbie, the leader of this community, and Gwen, and to our school board members, Alan, and Lisa. There you are. We served together. Lisa, always good to see you. And actually on the education side, so appropriator. But I want to take a moment while we are here at the school to recognize also our educators. We have any of our educators who are here today. Those who make it happen for our kids. Yeah, that's our hand go up. Let's give a hand to our educators. And Tom, I want to thank you and Steve, the team, for taking the time to get the flowers for our teachers as they're preparing to come back to school. That is huge and that's significant. Governor, you know it's important to show respect for a profession. And sometimes it's the small gestures to just say thank you. Eastern North Carolina, Nash County, we understand the challenges to struggle with connectivity. My good friend and former seatmate, Angela, always good to see you. We understand these challenges. We spoke about it a lot, Angela, back in the day, and we still know what the challenges are like. It impacts us in so many ways. When we talk about COVID, we really began to understand even more so the challenges in the eastern part of the state. I remember even then working on our education committee, trying to navigate the pandemic when we know that there are a lot of dark spots out there. So this is a step, Tom. This is a step, Nate, in the right direction, and it's a big step for us in the East. And I'm so excited to be here and fight for us in Eastern North Carolina because we have to continue this work to get the state dollars out with the federal dollars now that we're getting out the door. Governor, I actually go back, I was actually appointed in the early 2000s, the ENC authority. So we've been engaged in this work for a long time, and Nate would probably got tired of me calling his office all the time. But I want to say this. It's so important that we have connectivity in every zip code, and for us, every crossroad. Why? It impacts our schools. What a fitting place to do it symbolically. Not just our schools. I was fortunate to come here, and we got here with not a minute to spare. We were doing an announcement over in Wilson County. Here it is, of a smart agriculture lab. This impacts our industries and communities and businesses in so many ways. And yet, another thing that I take great pride in, that we have to continue to do the work to advance because we have so many healthcare challenges in the East. And that's telehealth. Telehealth is huge. And I believe this is going to take us so much further. And not only that, but it becomes symbolic of the work that we have to continue to do across Eastern North Carolina. And I'll leave you today in this note that we're going to continue the fight to make sure that we can get every single resource from Washington, D.C. into, here it is, Eastern North Carolina. Thank you so much. God bless you all. May God continue to bless America.
A few months ago, I called the congressman and told him that we wanted to have a celebration of our Rocky Mount Fiber, the completion of our Rocky Mount Fiber build. And before I could get the words out of my mouth, he said, "I'll be there." So thank you so much for being here. Genuinely appreciate it. I've worked with the congressman on a number of issues over the years, and when he was a freshman at the North Carolina Senate, I sat down. I was tasked with talking with him about a piece of 911 legislation, and we talked a very long time. He's very inquisitive, if you don't know him. But I left there, and one of my colleagues, industry colleagues, asked me how the meeting went. I said, "It went great. He understands it." And I'll tell you one thing, there's a seat up in Washington, D.C. for him one day if he wants it. Apparently, I'm clairvoyant, but thank you for being here, Congressman. With the new school year comes new opportunities for both teachers and students. As we officially launch our network in Rocky Mount and announce the introduction of the discount program for teachers and students, we want to create an environment of inclusivity and value, helping to bridge the digital divide and provide fast, affordable access to all. Here to help shine a light on the challenges that local students and teachers face on a daily occurrence are Superintendent Stephen Ellis and Dr. LaShonda Washington, Chair, Nash County Public School Board.
So good morning. So it is a great day for Nash County Public Schools, students and staff, because I believe if listening to Senator Davis and Governor Cooper talk about the pandemic, if you want to know what it's like to be on the front lines, you probably can ask these educators. And the disparities that we faced during that time, I don't think we'll ever forget. So we definitely appreciate Brightspeed today for helping us out. The pandemic really showed us the digital divide in Nash County. When the whole world went dark, we had to find a solution. Rural counties face digital disparities at a worse rate than they are now. We supplied thousands of mobile hotspots and provided internet in bus parking lots at our schools just so our students could stay online and be engaged. But that wasn't enough. Over the last 3 years, we have had to go in overdrive to emerge from an educational learning deficit. And now we're beginning to see the change. We still have a way to go, but our educational journey to achieve high academic success is tied to these digital disparities in Nash County. And for that, I appreciate Brightspeed and their efforts to assist us, because we must ensure that all families have access to high-speed internet. So again, thank you, Brightspeed. Thanks for everyone being here today, because it's a great day to be in Nash County Public Schools. So at this time, I would like to introduce our board chair, Dr. LaShonda Washington.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. Good morning, and thank you all for being here today. As we gather to discuss the future of education in Nash County, it is imperative that we address a critical issue that affects not only our students, but also all of our communities in Nash County: the digital divide. Today, I speak to you on behalf of the Nash County Board of Education as a parent, an educator, and a member of this community. In today's world, access to communication and information is not a luxury, it's a fundamental human right. It is a right that empowers individuals to make informed decisions, pursue education, and improve their quality of life. The digital divide is not just about technology. It's about equality and opportunity. In Nash County Public Schools, we are committed to ensuring that every family, regardless of income or background, has access to a world-class education. With that, affordable services must be made available to ensure that everyone can be connected, as these services are essential for participating in our increasingly digital society. Our students need the internet to complete their homework assignments, to access educational resources, and to develop the digital literacy skills that are crucial for success in the 21st century. Parents need reliable communication tools to stay connected with their children's schools and teachers, to participate in their education, and to access important information about their health, finances, and well-being. The digital disparity leaves many of our students and families at a disadvantage and unable to fully participate in the educational and economic opportunities that digital access provides. Nash County Public Schools does not endorse a particular provider, but we are immensely grateful for the solutions and knowledge that providers share with our communities. These partnerships are crucial in our efforts to break the digital divide. By working together, we can ensure that every family in our district has access to technology and services they need to thrive. We are committed to exploring every avenue to bridge this gap. This includes collaborating with community partners to educate communities about the resources available to them. Access to the internet and reliable communication services is a right that everyone deserves. It is the foundation of a fair and equitable society where all members have the opportunity to learn, grow, and succeed. By bridging the digital divide, we not only improve the quality of education in Nash County, but also empower our community to reach its full potential. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can ensure that every student, every family, and every individual in our district has the tools they need to succeed in the digital world. Thank you for your continued support and commitment to this important cause.
Thank you both so much. At Brightspeed, we believe in giving back to our communities. We believe that's an important part of our culture and who we are as a company. We're committed to supporting and making a positive difference in the communities where we live and work. That's why we're investing in our local community through partnerships and supporting important causes that directly impact families, businesses, and future generations. Today, we are excited to not only share our appreciation for teachers and school staff, but to support communities and schools, Rocky Mountain region, which provides resources for Nash and Edgecombe County students. I'd like to invite Dorothy with Community and Schools to join me at the podium. Please accept this contribution on behalf of Brightspeed to Community and Schools.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everyone who made this day happen, specifically Rocky Mount High School for sharing your campus with us. Thank you to our Brightspeed team. You'll notice they're scattered throughout. When you see someone wearing a Brightspeed shirt, bringing internet fiber to your home or business, they're your neighbors. They live and work right here in your community. It's their hard work and dedication that has brought your community the connectivity of the future. Help me thank them for their work. We are also now a proud partner of the Rocky Mount Event Center, and you will be seeing more of us in and around the community. It's an exciting time, and on behalf of Brightspeed, thank you for allowing us to serve your community. I'd now like to invite all of our elected officials, the chamber, our speakers, Nate, if you'd join us, and our leadership team forward as we do the ribbon cutting. All 3, 2, 1.
We're together. I think Dr. Washington said it maybe 12 times in her speech. You heard bipartisanship from this side here, from the governor, and we're done good. Representative Davis, this is one thing we all agree on. We've heard infrastructure for 30, 40 years. Well, you guys have. I'm not that old. And this is the modern day rail system. This is the modern day highway system. If people don't have access, they can't work, they can't get health care, that's right, they can't get education. So this is something that we are united on, and so I'm glad to see Brightspeed come in, put their money where their mouth is, make a commitment to this community and see it through. We are all going to endeavor to work together to make this happen. And so on behalf of the city of Rocky Mount, we just want to commemorate the ribbon cutting, the ceremony of ribbon cutting for this event. And where are you? You're behind. So thank you, sir. Thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you very much.
Chamber just wants to extend our appreciation to you joining our community. He did remind me that when you did come here, one of the very first things you did was join the chamber. That is not taken lightly. It shows great support. And I can say, living in the country, the county of Nash and Castalia, there's not a lot of things that run very quickly out there, except our Brightspeed. So, thank you very much for that. It is consistent, it's stable, and it's fast and affordable. So thank you for that.
Did you grab that for the ad?
I'll talk to Jean about that. There she is.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.